the right channel for you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Click, subscribe, like and share. So my name is Yvonne Phoebe. I'm a teacher by profession. So today I've decided that I'll be taking you through this Melodies of Africa and other poems. So this book is majorly done by grade 8, 7 and 9. So if you're a parent and you have a kid in grade 6, 7, 8 and 9, this is the best channel for you. So before we start, we are going to look at what this book entails. So my people, this book is a poetry book. So first of all, we are going to understand, get to know what is poetry, what is a poem. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to answer that. So what is a poem? Okay, so this is what a poem is. A poem is a piece of writing that uses words creatively to share ideas, to share emotions, to share lessons, or to share stories with readers. My question, did you get the answer? If yes, like. If no, let us continue learning. So I have another question. Who is a poet? I'm going to give you a minute to answer that. So a poet is a person who takes his time and writes a poem. A person who takes his time and writes a poem. My question, did you get it? My next question, so how do we know that this poem is written by who? How do we know? So where do we look? Or where do we get the name of the poet in a poem? Going to give you 1 minute to answer that. So good. So a poet always writes his name in the beginning of a poem or at the bottom. Did you get it? If you got it, well done. Let us continue. So next we are going to check or to discuss various types of poems. So let me give you a minute. So I'm going to give you 3 types of poems. So one is narrative, and then we have dramatic poetry, and then we have lyrical poetry. So we are going to define this. So what is a narrative poetry? Give me the definition of a narrative poetry. So a narrative poetry, this is a poem that tells us a story. Maybe a story about a country, a story about a community, a story about culture of a certain community, a story about a country, etc. and etc. I'll give you a minute to define that. So we also said that we have dramatic poetry. So these are plays that use dramatic actions. For example, if you go to a cinema hall, those people or the actors, whatever they do there, that is what we refer to as a dramatic poetry. Then we have lyrical poetry. So lyrical poetry expresses a person's state of mind or attitude. Lyrical poetry expresses a person's state of mind or attitude. So for example, this lyrical poetry, so it is majorly used by musicians. So when a person wants to write his lyrics, it will depend with his or her state of mind at that time. For example, if the person is hurt, he will do the lyrics that expresses his mind or his attitude at that time. So after that, we are going to look at we have 9 elements of poetry. 9 elements of poetry. I will give you 4, then I'll give you a minute to give me the remaining ones. So number 1, you have alliteration, we have assonance, we have consonant, and we have figurative use of language. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to give me the other. So others, we have stanza, we have tone, we have rhythm, rhyme, and imaginary. Sorry, not imaginary, but it's imagery. So up to there, I hope we are all together. So we are going to continue. So we have stylistic device in a poem. So stylistic device in a poem. So we have 1, we have simile. A simile is a direct comparison that we use like or as. For example, my sister is like a dog. So we have compared our sister to what? A dog. So the use of like or as. Are we together up to there? A simile is a direct comparison using like or as. So we also have metaphor. So we also use metaphor to compare. So it presents one thing as another completely different thing. So it also compares. For example, when you look at your Melodies of Africa on page 28, we have a use of metaphor there. Page 28. I will give you a minute to turn to page 28. So in page 28, his face is like a blank sheet. So his face is compared to a blank sheet. His face is compared to a blank sheet. So we also have alliteration. This is a powerful or a suitable means of controlling the poem's mood. Alliteration. This is the suitable means of controlling poem's mood. It is repetition of initial consonant sound at the beginning of words that are in a close proximity. So this is a repetition of consonant. So what is a consonant? Giving you 1 minute to answer that. So for today's episode, we are going to end there. And please take a minute to go through on what we have learned today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and we shall see each other in episode 2. Bye for now.